Welcome back, beautiful people, to Bodhi's Nature. It's Bodhi. Thank you for clicking on my video. You guys know I appreciate it. Okay. I'm going to be doing the second video of this numerology series, speaking on the amazing number two. We're going to be talking about the personality and or traits of the number two, as well as the positives and the negatives of the number two. So if you are a life path number two, an expression number two, an omega matrix number two, and or a bridge number two, you should definitely be watching this video. Now, don't forget to like the video, you guys. If you like the video, don't forget to comment below, and please share this video with another number two. Thank you. Get the vibe out there. Okay. And if you haven't done so already, amazing, beautiful people, definitely go watch the intro video to this series called Numerology, the Omega Matrix. Watching that first will make more sense as you get off into this video, as well as the other, parts of the series, because I do, talk about the Omega Matrix, and I show you how to come up with your number. All right. So definitely go watch that. And that link is in the description box of this video. All right. Now, we do have a lot of content to cover. Let me go ahead and get right into it, okay? First and foremost, let's talk about the personality, like the general personality, like the general traits of a number two. Now, I really appreciate the number twos, man. I so appreciate them because that energy, that number two energy, is just very diplomatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are the most cooperative, easygoing people that you will ever meet. Okay. This energy in general. All right. It is, number two is a feminine energy. Okay. So it is very emotional. You know what I'm saying? It's very intuitive as well. All right. Of course, the two is a dual number. It reminds us to take a look at both sides of the coin. Okay, so very balanced energy, very balanced energy. It prefers peace. It prefers harmony in its relationships. In its environment. Okay, and since it's the two, right? It's anti-one, pretty much. The number two does not like being by itself. It does not like working alone. It likes to be in the company of others. It likes to be a part of a team or a part of a couple. All right. And even though, the number two is very stable and balanced, it's also very flexible as well, right? Like how we write the number two, very flexible energy. Okay. The number two, okay, that energy is very artistically, inclined. So they may be great musicians, they may be great artists in pretty much any field. Okay, very artistically inclined. It's wonderful. Of course, the number two, they make the ideal team player, right? The ideal partner, parent, lover, the ideal friend, because they're great communicators. This energy is a great, it has great, people skills. This energy also, it's a great, listener as well, right? These kind of two people, they're great listeners. Okay. Excuse me. And again, like I said, very empathetic, very empathetic. Now, the number two is extroverted energy. Okay. They receive their energy, they get fired up and replenished by being around others. Okay. So extroverted energy. And again, this is a vibration of love and of unity, of a union. Okay. Now, we have 9 planets in our solar system that we know of. We also know that there is no number higher than the number 9. Of course, we have life path 11 and 22, but even those break down to 2 and 4. So every planet is associated with a number. And for the number 2, that planet is the moon. Okay? And we know that the moon rules over the sign of Cancer. So Cancer and the number 2 are associated. Okay? The element of the Cancer of the moon is what? Water. Yes, water. So that is also associated with the number 2. Like I said, very emotional, very intuitive kind of energy here. Okay. Now, whether you are a life path, 2, expression number 2, bridge number 2, if you have an omega matrix number 2, the best day for you would be on a Monday. Okay, that's the best day to use this energy to the best of your benefit, to really embody this number 2 energy, being a team player, being cooperative and diplomatic. Okay, it's on Mondays. Go figure. All right. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and get off into the life path number 2s, some, negative and positive expressions of the life path number 2. But before we go there, I did write a poem a couple years ago on my Instagram, okay, Bodhi_divine. There you go. And I wrote a poem for all of the numbers, okay, just expressing how I felt about each number, all right? And so this is for the number 2 vibration, okay? It says, you are the glue of society whose pleasant vibration somehow brings everyone together. You're diplomatic, and that is your forte. And you know above all how much teamwork makes the dream work. So you manifest abundantly when working with others. You're flexible and lighthearted, yet dependable, and others rely on your wisdom. You offer creative solutions and have a special talent that can spot the greatness in everyone you meet. You're able to negotiate and facilitate like no other and can always see 2 sides of the coin. The world will fall apart without you. Embrace your mission, number 2. That is some deep stuff, you guys. Understanding that the world will fall apart if it wasn't for you. That's the truth. Give me a second. Yeah, man. Embrace your mission, number 2. All right, embrace your mission. All right, so let's go ahead and start talking about the life path number 2. Okay, but first, what is the life path, right? How is it calculated? Why is it important? Okay, well, the life path is important because it is one of the strongest core numbers that we have in our numerology chart. All right. It's the foundation. It's like the groundwork of the most fulfilling path for us. Okay. The life path is given to us by destiny, and it's something that can never be changed because it's calculated by our birth date. Now, if you do not know your life path number, go check out my intro video. I give a couple examples of how you can, reach your life path number. Very easy, okay? If you don't feel like doing that, Google, put in your birth date, and it shoots you out your life path number. I feel like it's very important for you to know what your life path number is because, again, that life path reveals the most fulfilling path for you, the most fulfilling, direction for you. Okay, the life path also, reflects major lessons that we must learn in this particular lifetime. Okay, so very imperative information in respects to accomplishing different purposes in our life. Okay, let's see. Yeah, all right. Now, even though I say, the life path is something that cannot be, changed, it was given to us by destiny, I think it's also very good to know that you are not binded by your life path number, okay? You share your life path with hundreds of millions of people, all right? You're not the only life path 2, but no 2 people's journey is the same. Okay, there's a lot of different directions that you can take in that life path. And of course, it depends on the other numerology numbers in your chart. All right, the best direction for you to take on this path. have, as well as your astrological natal chart. You know, all of these things come into play as the best possible direction you can take in your life, okay? So, you know, you're not binded by this number. It's just the foundation, you know, of the most fulfilling direction for you, okay? Now, life path number 2, your theme, okay? This is your theme, diplomatic and facilitator. That is a theme of the life path 2. All right, that is your energy. You're very diplomatic, cooperative. You are the facilitator. Again, you're the glue. Okay. Now, the lesson for a life path number 2 is to stand up for your right in a firm yet unapologetic way. All right, in a firm, unapologetic, non-aggressive way. Okay, because that's one thing about life path 2s. Okay, you guys are such people pleasers, right? You really want everyone to get along. You want, you know, your environment, your relationships to be, you know, peaceful, and, you know, you want everything to be in harmony. That sometimes you may forget about yourself. Okay, you may put the needs of others over your own, or, you know, you may not get credit for the work that you've done. Okay, so always stand up for yourself, always stand up for your rights in a firm but non-aggressive way, and that's your lesson. Okay, life path number 2. All right, the number 2s. Okay, the life path number 2. All right, again, you're all about relationships. All right, you're all about relationships. Your vibration is anti-1. Okay, the connection that you have with other people, you thrive on the connection that you have with other people. Okay, so that is very imperative to you guys. All right, again, your energy is the energy of the couple, the masculine and the feminine, you know, energy. Okay, and you guys, you know, y'all have this gift, right, as a life path number 2, where you guys are able to come to a peaceful resolution of conflict in a very charming way. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all able to find solutions to major problems, you know, and you do it in a very cooperative, charming way to where people have no choice but to, you know, go along with it. Okay, it's a skill that you guys have. Okay, so, you know, and your energy thrives in that peaceful environment, that harmonious environment. Okay, you shouldn't put yourself in an environment that's chaotic all the time, or, because you'll be able to figure some things out and make it worth your while, but it's going to deplete your energy. Okay, it's going to deplete your energy. So you thrive best in a more peaceful environment. Okay, life path number 2s. Again, you are the ultimate glue of society. You're the ultimate glue of your family. You're the ultimate glue of your friends. You know, even in your community, whatever kind of groups you're a part of, you're the glue. You keep everything moving and going. Okay. And like I said, you're often used as mediators. All right. You're often, you guys often become therapists or counselors or psychologists. Okay, facilitators, coordinators, things like that. Okay, even musicians or artists. Okay. Now, something that everyone needs to know about a life path 2, whether you're a life path 2 or you know someone who's a life path 2, maybe your children or something, is because the life path 2 is very selfless. This energy in general, again, they often forget about themselves. Okay, that's something to just keep in mind and make sure you don't go about doing that, forgetting about yourself to please everyone else, or, not sticking up for yourself, people taking advantage of you. That's something that you really need to know about the life path 2. It's very imperative that you guys choose your crowd, your circle wisely, and definitely your lovers. Okay. All right. Now, some positive expressions of the number 2 or the life path number 2. This is how, the number 2 can positively express itself as a life path 2. Of course, being wise, okay, being very insightful, and being very diplomatic. Okay, that's a positive expression of the number 2. Having high emotional intelligence. not allowing your emotions to get the best of you, but understanding, getting to the root of your emotions. Okay. Being considerate and sensitive to the feelings of others, and knowing how to react to others. Okay, that's a positive expression of a life path two. Again, that life path two energy in it being positive is being a great friend, being an ideal team player, being an outstanding partner or parent. Another positive expression of a life path two, is very honest and open and sincere kind of energy. Okay, that's a positive expression. And sensing the best in others, trying your best to bring out the best in others. Okay, as well as giving insightful advice or wisdom. All right. So those are some of the positive expressions of how a life path number two can express itself. Okay, it can manifest itself. Now, just as well as the life path two can manifest itself in a positive way, it can also manifest itself in a negative way, because we're all, there has to be balance, right? We're negative and positive, we're feminine and masculine energy. Okay, so the goal here is to find balance. So how are we able to find balance in our life and along our path? As if we are aware of both the negative and the positive. Okay, so these are just some of the negative expressions of how a life path two can manifest itself. Okay, just something for you to be aware of, so that when it's happening in your life and you're experiencing this negative expression, you can just check your energy, all right, and just pull things in. Okay, and pull it all in. All right. So, a negative expression of the life path number two is ignoring your own needs. All right, that's not good. It's not healthy. So, ignoring your own needs, lack of initiative, all right, not being motivated, to make change or initiate change or whatever, all right. Putting the blame on others, so playing the victim. That's a negative expression of the number two. Being a people pleaser, all right. Being overly emotional, overly sensitive. That's another negative expression of the life path two. Refusing, again, to stand up for your rights, and being too shy and indecisive. All right, so those are all negative expressions of how number two, life path two, can manifest itself. So just keep that in mind. Okay, keep that in mind. All right. Now, last but not least, for the life path number twos, okay, the advice that numerology have for you is that you should work on your public speaking skills, okay, even your leadership skills, so that you can get comfortable in the energy of sharing your insightful advice, your insightful wisdom with others. Okay, you should also learn how to lead others in a non aggressive, unique way. That's your advice being a life path number two. Okay, you have a lot to give, a lot of wisdom and advice to share. You should be confident in that energy. So maybe picking up on some public speaking or leadership courses or classes, or reading up on that, trying to embody more of that energy so that you can get that wisdom and advice out. Okay. All right, life path twos. I hope you have enjoyed that part of it. Now we're going to move on to the expression number, or destiny number. It's the same thing. Okay. And this is also where the Omega Matrix number two kicks in at. All right. If you have an Omega Matrix number two, this is definitely your section. Okay. The expression and or bridge number, it's the skills, it's the talents, all right, it's the gifts that we have, all right, it's how we express ourselves. Okay, you can look at the expression number as your tools that you can use to navigate your path in life. Okay, and so Omega Matrix number twos, you want to embody this expression of the number two. Okay, you want to use this number two energy as a tool when you're synchronizing with the universe to create. Remember, right? Your Omega Matrix number is your own personal manifestation number. It's your language of the universe, how you can, become in alignment with the universe when it pertains to you creating or making major decisions in your life, trying to make positive impressions, so on and so on. And so it's imperative for you to embody the energy of the number two and use this energy as your tool in making leeway in your life. And so we're going to be talking about how you can do just that in this section. Okay, so definitely take your notes. Okay. All right. Now, as we said, the expression number, okay, that can be changed. Your expression number can be changed because it is calculated by your name. It's calculated by your name. First name, middle name, last name. If you got two middle names, that's okay. First name, two middle names, one last name, okay? No more than four, right? Never calculate no more than four names. Some people have six names, six parts to their name, you know what I'm saying? But break it down, no more than a first name, two middles, and a last name, or a first name, one middle, and two last names. That's it, you know what I'm saying? So it's based on your name. And the reason why the expression number can change is because your name can change, right? You can get married. You can change your name by choice. I went from being born as a 5 expression number to an 11 with Bodhi Divine. Okay, that matches my life path. All right. So when you change your name, your whole energy change, your whole destiny change. You know what I'm saying? You pick up different traits and different skills and stuff. You know what I'm trying to say? All right. And the expression number also relates to our shortcomings, okay, and some of our weaknesses as well. So this is also a very important number, and it is definitely one of the core numbers, okay? So expression number 2 and or omega matrix is number 2. All right. Expression number 2. This is how you express yourself naturally. You express yourself naturally as being born a peacemaker, the harmonizer. Okay, that's your natural expression. When you come into a room, very peaceful, very harmonizing, calm energy, you're there to create peace. You're there to harmonize the energy. Right? Now, Omega Matrix number 2, this is the energy that you must embody. Again, use this energy as a tool. So one powerful affirmation that you could say in the morning in the mirror, Omega Matrix number 2, is, I was born or created to be a peacemaker. I was born to harmonize the energy around me. Okay? Expression number 2s, you guys are great at working in teams as the glue. All right? You're just naturally great at that. Omega Matrix number 2s, this is what you should be doing when you're trying to create something, when you're trying to work with other people, when you're trying to make a positive impression. Work a part of a team, okay? Work a part of a team. Serve as the glue. Try to come up with solutions where everybody can win, all right? Because an expression number 2 expresses themselves as being very diplomatic, again, very cooperative. Naturally, you guys express yourself like that. So the Omega Matrix number 2 must get in that energy of being cooperative, working with different kinds of people, being very cooperative, listening to everybody, and then talking type of thing. All right. Number 2 energy for the Omega Matrix. It's like, I can help you with this. Right? Offer them first. I can help you with this if you help me with this. This is how we can work together to reach a common goal type of situation. So that's the energy of an expression number 2. Okay. Expression number 2s, you may not work well alone. You're not supposed to be alone. You're not supposed to celebrate your victories alone. You're best suited in environments, amongst the team, amongst the family, amongst a group of people. Okay, again, you're extroverted, so you receive your energy from others. Okay, so you may not work good alone. Now, the Omega Matrix number 2, you could very well be totally okay with working alone. All right, based on your own life path and expression number or whatever. But when it comes to you using your Omega Matrix and embodying the energy of the number 2, it's imperative again for you not to rely on yourself, not to be independent, but work with others, cooperate with others, and rely on other people to help you get to where you're going. Okay. Again, the number 2, you guys express yourself as being great listeners. All right, being empathetic, You have just great tech and intuition, right? Just naturally, expression number twos. Now, if you're an Omega Matrix number two, again, you guys being great listeners, being empathetic is going to be important for you as you make leeway or try to make a positive impression. Doing everything with tact, okay? And actually following your gut, listening to your gut. If it doesn't feel right, Omega Matrix number two, it's just not right, okay? And the expression two does this naturally, all right? Expression number two, they seek beauty. They seek harmony and balance again in their life. They like to look good, they like to smell good, they like their environments to look good and smell good, and they like to be peaceful. So, Omega Matrix number two, again, you will thrive in a more peaceful, uh, harmonious kind of environment versus one that's full of conflict all the time. Okay? And last but not least, you should definitely choose your crowd wisely, expression number twos, as well as Omega Matrix number twos. Choose the people around you wisely. Definitely choose your lovers wisely as well. Again, this number two energy is very easy to manipulate, it's very easy to take advantage of. So keep that in mind, okay? Now let's move on to how this number two, this expression number two, or Mega Matrix number two, can negatively express itself or negatively manifest itself. Okay, now this is for the expression number twos, Omega Matrix number twos. This section is for you guys to really just be aware when you are navigating the energy of the number two. This is how it can negatively manifest. So again, just be aware so that you can check yourself, you can check your energy, and keep things into balance. Okay, so the negative expression of how a number two can manifest is being too fragile. Be wary of that. All right, expression number two, Omega Matrix number two. Don't spread yourself so thin, trying to make everybody happy and all these things where you are so fragile that you break. All right, you can be too empathetic. Okay, be very mindful of that. Always questioning yourself. Am I spreading myself too thin, right? Am I being too empathetic, right? Am I being overly emotional, overly sensitive, all right? Am I being a pushover? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself because these are the negative expressions of this number, okay? And also being a bit naive, all right? Just something we need to be mindful of with this number two, loving, most delicious energy. Okay, I just love number twos. Like, oh my God, they're so loving. Oh, they're just loving. I just love them. But again, easy energy to take advantage of. So that's something that you just have to be very mindful of whenever you're dealing with this energy. Okay. Now we talked about your talents. You guys being mediators, facilitators, counselors, therapists, musicians, artists, okay, psychologists, that type of thing. All right. And your purpose here, all right, your purpose for the expression number two or Omega Matrix number two, the purpose of this energy and expressing yourself in this energy is learning how to relate to others, okay? Learning how to work with people from different nationalities, just different kinds of people, learning how to work with different kind of energies and harmonizing different energies and meshing them together. That's your purpose as, in this expression with this tool. Okay. So yeah. Now the advice of an expression number two or an Omega Matrix number two, I can't say this enough, but the advice is, do not expose yourself or do not offer yourself to rude or inconsiderate people. Don't do it, Yeah, just don't do it. All right. So again, be very choosy when it comes to your lover. Be very choosy when it comes to your crowd of people. Okay. That's very important. Now, just as well as you should be choosy when it comes to your people that you're around, try not to isolate yourself. Okay, try not to isolate yourself because you get your energy from people. Okay, you get your energy from people. So the lonely path is not for you guys. Okay, the lonely path ain't for y'all. All right. Now, last but not least, let's talk about the number that brings the life path and the expression number together. That number is called the bridge number. Okay, we need the bridge number. The bridge number is very important because very seldom, okay, do we find a person where their skills, their talents, their attributes naturally flow with their life path. Very, very seldom do we find those kind of people. They're out there. All right, I've did charts for them before, okay, but very seldom. Those kind of people, bridge number is a zero. Zero, meaning they have no challenges. You know, their skills, their attributes are in perfect alignment with their life path. Most of us, there's a challenge there, okay? For some reason, most of us, you know, it's just a little bit of a challenge. You know, our skills, our talents, our attributes do not naturally coincide with our life path. And so thank God we have the bridge number. Again, it brings the two core numbers together. All right. Now, how we calculate the bridge number is we take the life path and we subtract the expression number from that, or vice versa. All right. So if you are a life path a 9, okay, and you have an expression number 2, so it's just 9 subtract 2, okay, which is 7. All right. So your bridge number will be a number 7. All right. Now, if your bridge number is a number 2, okay, like if you subtract your life path from your expression number or vice versa, whichever one is bigger, and you come up with a number 2, that means your bridge number is a number 2, okay. And how you can harmonize your life path with your expression number using the bridge of number 2, how? Can anybody guess? How can you harmonize these two to make them work together if you're a bridge number 2? By cooperating with others, okay, by being more diplomatic, okay, you know, being more perceptive in how you're dealing with people, seeing things from both sides of the coin, being more balanced in your approach, okay. So the bridge number 2s usually happen for like life path 1s or expression number 1s, life path 7s or expression number 7s, you know, maybe even life path 8s and expression number 8s. You know, they may have a bridge number 2 because the universe wants them to be more cooperative and diplomatic with other people that surround them instead of completely relying on themselves, okay. So that is how you can bridge that life path and that expression number together if you have a bridge number 2. Okay, being more diplomatic and cooperative. All right. And that's it, you guys. That is it for this number 2 video in the numerology series. I will be coming out, of course, with the number 3 and 4 here pretty soon, you guys. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment below, and share this video, you guys, with another number 2. I would love that. Share the frequency, okay? So yeah, number 2s, do not forget, the world will fall apart if it wasn't for you. So embrace your mission. Beautiful people, I appreciate your time. And until next time, bye-bye.